Welcome back to Social Equity, the podcast. I'm your host, Sophia Spallino. I'm so glad you're here. On this show, we learn how to turn content into profit so you can build your coaching or service provider business. Now, today, I will admit, if you're watching this live on Instagram, it's going to be a different vibe. Normally, I'm standing up, I'm suited up, I'm talking like I'm on crack, but today, I want to just hang out and sip tea and share some secrets with you. Welcome to the show, everyone. Bro Bridge in the house, Neela Bear says. So yeah, today I'm coming to you with no crack energy, okay? Instead, we're going to be drinking peach mango collagen tea, and we're going to talk about scaling your businesses. So first of all, good morning. I'm so glad to have you all here. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to stop the scroll and make more money online. Are y'all ready to hear the secrets that I have put together that have helped me build my business literally to multi-six figures in less than 18 months? These secrets are coming from my profitable personal brand blueprint that helps women build their own brands in 6 months or less. I'm so excited that you're here. Yes. Can I get some hearts if you're just like, yes, this is going to be so good. Alita says, oh my God, it's a bad, yes, it is a bad bitch. But like I said, today I'm coming to you with like grandma tea energy rather than my usual crack energy of like, we're going to the moon, but like, we're going to the moon super chill. So like, who's here for like super chill time? Are you grabbing your tea right now? Are we having a tea party and talking business? What tea are you drinking? Drop it in the chat. Or what beverage are you having? Am I the only one that's like, I'm a multi-beverage girl all day long? Like, I've got to have a water, I've got to have like a tea, and probably like a pomegranate juice, something like with antioxidants. Thank you, Coffee Before Flight. Hello. Bella says soup because she's sick. Hey, Bella, I'm so glad you're here. Okay, guys, well, today we're going to be talking all about the secrets to making people stop their scroll. No matter who you are, even if you think that you've never been somebody, like why would people listen to me? I'm not somebody yet, right? Because if you're watching this, you know you were made for more. You're so ready to be somebody. You're so ready to show up on the internet. You know, you're like, Sophia, I know I need to show up in my power. But like, just give me a few tips to do it right. So don't waste my time. So don't feel like I'm looking stupid. I got you. Which, by the way, how cute. I just redid my nails again. So normally I only do red nails for those of you watching this and not listening back to the podcast. You can see how cute. I call it my pumpkin spice gay nails. And normally if I do anything other than red, when it comes to 2 weeks, I go back to the nail lady and I'm like, take this shit off my fingers. I'm tired of it. Except this time I went back to the nail lady and I was like, do it exactly the same again. All these colors I can wear with like everything. And I feel like such a white girl pumpkin spice latte, but like make it gay. Yes. Thank you guys. Okay. So here we go. For those of you just tuning in, this is Social Equity. I'm so glad you're here. And we're going to be talking about the secret to making people stop their scroll and make more money online. Okay, I'm going to be looking at my computer because I got notes here. I got notes. I hope that you're taking notes. Like, why would you even be here and not take notes so you could implement this in the future? Actually, not the future. Implement this like 5 minutes after you watch this. Because if you sit on information, like I'll tell you what literally 90% of the problem is with most of you. You're here. You love to get educated. You love to consume. The issue is, tell me if this is you. Be honest. You get inspired and you just like sit on it until you think the idea is going to be perfect or the project's going to be perfect. And when you actually don't make progress because you're not posting, because you're sitting on it too long. Anyone else a perfectionist out there? Like, I'm recovering. My team can tell you I'm a recovering perfectionist. I like things done a certain way, and I end up taking too long before actually implementing the thing sometimes. It's all about just taking action. Yes, analysis paralysis, Bella says. Yes. So I'm going to tell you how to do this. Like, I'm going to give you the steps, and you're going to go take the action. And today, this is what's going to be different. Today, this content to profit session is going to have you come out a different person because you're committing right now. I'm going to do something different. Who's in? Pinky promise me. Let's go. Pinky promise. Take a sip of tea. Cheers. Look me in the eye. All the things for good luck. Let's go. Okay. So to put it frankly, the way to get people to stop their scroll, no matter who you are, is post like you are somebody already. Because you know who the fuck you are. Now, you might be thinking, Sophia, that's like Delulu. I didn't get where I was today without being Delulu about my potential and understanding deep within me there's a purpose. And it's interesting, the more I go deep into this is who I am, and I only accept this, and I only share that, and I'm so embodied in my work, and I'm so confident in what I am and what I do. I'm able to just like, I love like my normal like crackhead energy. Like I love it. But like right now I'm just like, I'm grounded and like no matter what, you're gonna listen. I don't have to be yelling at you for you to listen to me. What's happening is you're reading the energy and you're like, she knows who the fuck she is and she knows what she's talking about and she knows she's the expert in this. So I can lean in and I can trust. So whatever it is that you're sharing about, how can you get very, very confident in who you are? There's many ways people do this. One of my past clients, Mallory, CEO of Verde, messaged me today and said she's doing something, I don't want to reveal it yet, but she's doing something that's going to help her feel even more supported to support her clients. It's investing back in yourself to where you feel so good about it. And maybe if for you, it's just more self-education. Maybe it's continuing education in your field. But whatever it is for you to go, yep, I am up to date on this. I stay immersed in this. You listen to audiobooks, you consume podcasts. You are in it to where like you know, like I know what I'm talking about. And that confidence translates over camera. Posting like you are someone. Now y'all know I'm a girl of words. I love words. And one of my best friends always tells me this word. She tells me, Sophia, you have HUTZPA. Now, I didn't know what that word was because it's a Yiddish word, which is, I think, originally Jewish, Hebrew, but it means you have nerve, audacity, supreme self-confidence, conspicuous boldness. How can you show up online being like, she's got nerve? What a woman who's audacious. Supremely self-confidence. Like, she's so chill about being on camera. And conspicuous boldness. Being very bold, I know what I stand for. I am committed to sharing my values online, and nothing makes me second guess myself. I am unfuckwithable. I got chutzpah. So can you look back in your content and be like, oh, maybe I wouldn't have said that because maybe not everyone would have liked that. And then you wouldn't have been being as bold or true to yourself as you could have been. People who stop the scroll, people who build iconic brands, excuse me, I'm always burping bubbles. People who stop the scroll and build iconic brands have chutzpah. They are audacious. They have boldness. That is what it comes down to. Now, there's a bit of strategy to this. I'm going to ask you some questions, and I want you to pull out your pieces of paper, journal, whatever you're taking notes on, and I want you to really figure this out. Because once you figure this out, you're going to be able to show up on the internet with that boldness. So if you are watching this, I want you to answer right now, are you making the amount of money that you want to make? Like, just be really honest with yourself. Are you making the amount of money that you want to be making? And if you're not, what's your next level goal? What's the difference between those two numbers? We all have a next level goal. No matter how amazing you are in business, we all have a next level goal. So I know what mine is. What is yours? Claim it right now. Be honest with yourself. Drop it in the chat. And let's feel into what it would take for you to show up on the internet to hit that goal that you have. Because I know, and you know, that it's not about the money. It's about showing up and being able to financially be secure so that you have so much freedom in your life. So that you can work from wherever you want in the world. So that you can be doing what you love and actually be making a lot of money from it. To where you can be impacting so many lives. Like there's women here, I know you're meant to be impacting so many lives and you feel that. You wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be listening to this. You wouldn't be listening to the podcast recording. You wouldn't be here in the live show on Instagram that I do every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. You wouldn't be here if you thought you weren't made for more. If you didn't have the, you know what? I'm not doing the status quo thing. There's something so much more to life. Hello, everyone coming in. Angie, welcome. I told everyone at the beginning of the show, you're not getting my usual crack cocaine energy. You are getting Sophia chilled out, drinking tea, and we're talking business. So I want you to ask yourself, what is the difference between the amount of money I'm making now and what my next level goal is? And if you want to be honest about what that looks like for yourself, drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. Or write it down in your journal. I understand like financials are like sometimes personal to us. But when we take a stand and we're like, I know this is the difference. I have to be honest with myself. Like by not figuring out how to make this money happen, like how much of the life that I want am I missing out on until that happens? Like be real with yourself. It's not fun to not be where you want to be, and you can get there. That is the power of social media, and you can get there fast. Help women build profitable personal brands in 6 months or less. Okay, but I want you to ask yourself these questions. Do you deeply, deeply know who you are as a human? Do you know who you are? Are you like, yes, I do this, not that. I believe in this, not that. I stand for this, not that. Are you very clear with your values as a human? Do you know who you are as a brand? Like how people perceive your vibe when you show up online. Hey everyone, welcome to the live show. So glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. Drop some hearts if you're picking up what I'm putting down. If you're taking these notes and you're like, yeah, I needed to get clear on this. Do you know who you are as a business? What is your goal for your ideal customer, right? Like, what is your dream for your business? When people see you, they're like, oh yeah, she's out there helping these people. And I love that about her. She really means it. Her heart's in it. Okay, what about, do you believe, truly, deeply believe that what you offer as a service or how you coach people is necessary to changing their lives? Do you deeply believe that it is necessary? They need you. She needs you. Do you deeply, deeply feel into that? Like, oh my God, what would happen if I didn't show up in this way? What would happen to her? How would it affect her life if I wasn't there to help? Are you very clear about that? I know for me, like when I think back about the clients I've helped, it gives me life. I know I'm living my purpose because I can see evidence of like, wow, that feels really good when we have those breakthrough moments. Are you feeling that right now in your business? Or maybe you haven't started your business yet, but you're feeling those moments of like, I love when I can help someone in this way, and that's what I'm meant to do. That is the thing. Or maybe, this is a good one if you're listening to this right now and you already have a business, you're already a service provider, you're already a coach, and you're thinking you want to scale your business. But part of what you do, you don't feel in your zone of genius. Like you're doing other things that don't feel so good to you and don't really inspire you. Like you're doing it because you think you need to do it, but it's like not the thing that really inspires your heart and like sets you on fire. And so maybe one of your offers, you need to stop offering it and you need to increase the sales of the offer that you actually enjoy providing. Someone needed to hear that right now. If that's you and you're listening to this back on the podcast, you're like, Sophia, that was my moment. I need to stop like doing this VIP and like go fully into a group program. Like shoot me a DM and let me know like that was for you, because I did not have that in my notes to talk about today. But do you know what you're offering not only lights you up, but it changes lives? That is what gives you the devotion to keep going every day. So are you aware of that? Are you sure of that? I have clients that are freaking killing it because they are very sure of who they are and how they change lives. And those two are Mallory Averde, and she helps people with human design, and Samantha Fox, who helps women like move through the questioning of sexuality, come to terms with who they are, and start living their true authentic life. And for those of you who don't know, God, I wish I had that service like 3 years ago, whenever I was barely coming out of the closet, super confused, super scared. It would have been so nice to have that service. And what's so cool about what both of these women do is they help point you back to yourself. And they're very confident that what they do is necessary, and the transformation that they provide in the specific amount of time they're able to help their clients. So really proud of them. But their ability to do this great work comes from their clarity of like, this is what I'm meant to do. This is what I'm niching down to. These are the exact offers that I can deliver to my clients with confidence. So maybe you're watching this and you're like, I need to like think about my offers. Like, I don't actually like doing that thing, so I can't even sell it with confidence. That's where you're going wrong. That is where you're going wrong. Okay. So the next thing is, how can you, and I just hinted on it, but you're going to want to write this down. How can you communicate with clarity and certainty around a specific time frame, promise of value, of completion, of relief, depending on what you're offering? How long does it take your client to go from A to Z? And can you use that in your marketing to give people clarity and certainty that you will go from point A to point Z in this time frame? This boot camp is 12 weeks long, and you're going to have a breakthrough within these 12 weeks. Rose M. Kilroy says, I opened my shop this morning. I'm super excited to get back into business. I'm so proud of you, Rose. Tell us about your shop. Let's hear about it. I typically help female coaches and service providers, but a lot of what I teach can be used for products and so just go right ahead and share. I'd love to hear more about your business and how I can help you. So can you deliver more clarity and certainty in your marketing? The next thing is, do you know, answer this, do you know how to actually create strategic content that converts into real, tangible cash? Or are you creating content and not seeing any sales flow from it? It's pretty, but you're not seeing sales flow from it. This is normal. Sadly, this is what the majority of the people on the internet are doing, and this is why I am called to help. There was a time where, gosh, y'all, I was making content, like beautiful content, funny content, entertaining content. I was doing that, but like it wasn't making me money. What makes you money is creating content that is inspirational to your ideal client. What makes you money is creating content that shares the symptoms of what your ideal client is going through and painting you as the solution to that problem. It's not about fluffiness. It's not about having something that's just beautiful. Hey everyone, welcome to Social Equity. So glad you're here. Today I'm teaching you how to stop the scroll on social media just by being who you are, just by knowing who you are, just by showing up in your power and your strength and your purpose. It's the energetics behind all of the strategy. So stopping that scroll, do you know how to create content that actually sells? And it is creating from an inspirational standpoint rather than just giving tips, giving tricks. I had a client, Darnell Cox. Well, have a client, Darnell Cox. She was posting all the time. She was paying an agency in Los Angeles thousands and thousands of dollars to help her with her content. And none of her content was selling. She did that for 8 years. 8 years before she came to me. And within 6 months, we built our profitable personal brand, going through the 5 pillars in my PPB blueprint, which is what my course and live coaching is founded on. An actual blueprint that takes you step by step through building your own profitable personal brand in 6 months or less. And I'm willing to give away the blueprint to you guys. If y'all are listening right now, whether you're listening live on Social Equity on Wednesdays at 12 p.m. on Instagram, or you're listening to the podcast, Social Equity, go to the link in the show notes or go to the link in my bio. And I want you to get this free training for a limited time, where when you watch the free training, I give you my PPB blueprint that has helped my clients build a extremely profitable personal brand in 6 months or less. I'm giving it away. This is the best thing I've ever given away in the world because it's the entire framework to my business. I'm literally giving away the farm for free. So go to the link in my bio if you're watching on Instagram, or the link in the show notes to watch this free training and grab the PPB blueprint. The training's incredible. To be quite frank, me and my team worked on it for 3 weeks. It is my baby. I've never created something that was this magnificent, this much of an investment for me just to turn around and give it away for free. But I know how much I would have needed something like this, and this is truly your first step. This is not one of those free trainings that you watch and you're like, oh, like this is not like any value here. Like I'm not really learning anything. Like she's just like, no, it is a free training where I walk you through the entire PPB blueprint so you can build a profitable personal brand in 6 months or less. So if that's something you're interested in, go to the link in my show notes or the link in my bio, or right now, DM PPB and we will send it over to you. Okay, guys, so if you're just tuning in, I'm talking about how to stop the scroll just by being who you are, just by showing up in your power. And if you're listening, like, you know you were made for more, you know you got some strength in showing up on the camera, connecting with your audience, and it's going to come down to you actually doing that. It's going to come down to you actually being willing to show your face. How do you honestly feel? Let's go back to the journaling. How do you honestly feel about showing your face on the internet? Are you willing to do it? When you do it, do you have resistance for it? Because if you have resistance for it, energetically, you're not wanting people to see you. So guess what's going to happen to that content? It's not going to go much places. So if you want people to see you, stop scrolling, watch you, engage with you, you've got to be comfortable with getting in front of the camera. You've got to know who you are, and that's going to come from being very confident in what you're sharing. Very confident in who you are, how you be, how you share it. And if you need help creating content, that is what I do best. Shoot me a DM that says advice, and I will help you out, because you need to just get started. You need to just get started creating content. And if you feel stuck, until you get out of that unstuck place, no momentum is going to happen in your business. Or maybe you've done pretty well for a while, but you're feeling like overwhelmed now and you don't know what to do next with your content. Shoot me a DM that says advice. I want to help. You've got to create content that stops the scroll. You've got to create content that connects with people. Now, if you're doing all these things and you're like, I just don't know the strategy, today I want to give you some hooks. So definitely write these down. If you're like, okay, I have all these video ideas, I just need like that first line that grabs people. Well, here's some strategy to stop the scroll. These are 5 hooks for you. If you're a woman dealing with, and I want you to insert the problem that you solve, listen up. If you're a woman dealing with blank, 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 listen up. And then go into what you have to share. Once you go into the meat of what you have to share in the tip, Then you'll want to tell your story and tell how it relates to you or a client. Then you'll want to give a call to action. Call to action can either be for engagement, like sharing their experiences in the comments. It could be a call to action that shares how to work with you. It could be a call to action to get a hold of your freebie, your free offer. Those are your three options: engagement, freebie, or an actual sell. Okay, the next hook that I want to share, because if you're just tuning in, we are talking about how to stop the scroll of your audience just by being who you are. We just got through the energetics of being your most confident self, but now we're going to get into some strategy of some hooks. The second hook is, I don't know who needs to hear this, but, and then you're going to say something kind of controversial in your industry, in your niche, and how what you're going to share is going to solve probably a common problem in an uncommon way. I don't know who needs to hear this, but blank is not the right way to do something. This is. Does that make sense? Yeah, I hope you're taking notes, because this is spicy, okay? Implement these and watch more money come in. The next one is, I can't believe people are still blank when they could be blank. So, of course, you're the disruptor. You're the innovator in your industry. It could be like, I can't believe people still, maybe you're a dating coach. I can't believe people still go through breakups without processing anything and then jump into the next relationship. Instead, this is what you need to do. It will take 6 weeks or whatever your plan is for your clients. And you kind of walk them through it. Okay? Picking up what I'm laying down here. Sharing, I can't believe this old way, but I got the new way. I'm the leader in this industry. I know what I'm talking about. Then share your method and then your call to action. And the next one is, I don't think anyone's told you this before, but I'm going to. I don't think anyone's told you this before, but I'm going to. And then share something, again, controversial or shocking in your industry, but incredibly helpful. I hope that these are landing. I want to see you implement these. Everyone who's listening to this, whether you're listening to it live or listening to it on the podcast, whenever you're listening to it, DM me if you go actually implement this and be like, I just did what you said on the podcast, and I will go like your video. Like, I want to support you. I'm so proud of you for taking action. And the quickest way to grow your business is to not overthink. It is to figure out who you are, who you help, and then take action sharing that. If you are not sharing what you do, what you love, how you help people every single day, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to blow smoke up your butt. It's not easy to grow a business like that. That is what I would call a hobby. But if you show up every day, consistently, devoted to your purpose, and sharing how you help people, and sharing shocking things in your industry, being that disruptor, being confident to share your values, what you're for and what you're against. That is how you're going to build a profitable personal brand. The last two questions I want to leave you with to journal when it comes to how you're going to stop the scroll and the energy that you need to be in is, when I look back at a piece of my content, would I believe me? Would I believe me? Would you believe you? And would I buy from me? Would I buy from me? Would you buy from you? Be honest with yourself. If not, why not? What would you as the consumer need a little bit more clarity around? A little bit more perspective around? A little bit more nurturing around? Would it require, okay, that was a great piece of content, but would it require asking for engagement to then have people come in the DMs and you close the deal in the DMs? Is that what you would need if you were a consumer? Or are you creating content that takes people along on a journey that is very strategic, and by the time they in that journey, they are so warmed up to buy that they don't even have to talk to you? That's an option too. would you buy from you? And if not, figure out where those holes are and plug them. Now, I help women plug these holes all the time. I'm a social media strategist who helps women build profitable personal brands in 6 months or less. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. If you're just coming in, I'm teaching you how to stop the scroll and make more money online just by being you. And I'm sharing how I help women build profitable personal brands in 6 months or less. If you're like, Sophia, I have some questions. I need some advice. I'm thinking about working with you. Just DM me advice. I can't wait to talk with you. I can't wait to tell you how I can help. And when you DM for advice, we're going to send you the free training that we just launched, be available for a limited time. So freaking pumped. This is the best training that I've ever put together. The most valuable thing I've ever put together. Like, I will not stop talking about it because seriously, that comes down to exactly what I'm teaching today. Like, if you don't believe in you and what you do and share from your heart and like you're so excited to share it again and again and again, how will people believe in you? If you're not believing in you, how do you expect people to believe in you? And that is why it's so important to talk about your offers again. Talk about how you help again and again. Hello, Bayam. Oh my gosh, so glad you're here. You said join. Did you join the PPP program or did you join the free training? Tell me more. If you're curious about joining my live coaching program, DM me PPB and say you're interested in the program. We'll get you more information about the program, get you on a clarity call with me or my team. Cannot wait to talk with you. Or if you want to directly go right to the training, and then you'll be able to book a call if you're curious about working with me. I would love to speak with you and share how I can help you specifically grow your business in 6 months or less. Okay, so I'm just going to summarize this for everyone who's just tuning in now. The questions you need to ask yourself to stop the scroll, to make more money online by just being yourself are, do you deeply know who you are? Do you believe that what you sell is going to change lives? Do you believe that the service you provide is going to change lives? And oh my gosh, you'd feel so bad for the ideal client who doesn't get to work with you, who really needs you. Can you communicate how you help your ideal client with clarity and certainty in a specific time frame? What is the time frame it takes to get the result? Do you know how to stop a scroll with words? Do you use hooks and strategy in your social media content? Thank you. One of my live people here, Dave, who is my roommate when I used to live in Los Angeles, just commented that I look great, which is awesome because I'm like 45 days out of a breakup and I've been crying like so much, but my business gets me through, to be honest. Like, I'm so happy to serve my clients and I've been healing. I've been on a healing journey. No other narcissist better come at me because you know what? Like, I'm so grounded in who I am now that it just wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. I feel like you can like see it in my energy too. Like, I'm just like so grounded. Like, I'm just like, life is good. I'm unfuckwithable. And that unfuckwithable energy is also how you stop the scroll. How you're just like, I am who I am. You're gonna love me, bitch. Like, that energy stops the scroll. That energy doesn't need me to stand up. That energy doesn't need me to yell. That energy is right here, right now, looking at you. I know who I am. Do you know who you are? Can you stop the scroll with who you are? Oh, I love this. Kelly says, you have a narcissist-proof force field around you now. Yes, I've got to bubble and a lot of education around the issue now, which is amazing. Oh, guys, Kelly Reitman helps women heal with using automatic writing as a technique. I have been using her automatic writing technique to journal and like just let myself feel my feelings and process so much. And it has transformed my world. I started doing this last Saturday when she reached out to me and helped, and just, I feel incredible. I have had a complete 180 turnaround and just so much perspective. And I'm looking at my journal on the floor right here. Like, I've just been in it and like feeling and just being honest on the paper, and it feels so freaking good. So if you've got stuff to process, you've got shit to hammer out, reach out to Kelly. She's amazing. But all this to say, getting into that unfuckable energy, knowing who you are, knowing how you help, understanding how to create strategic content. If you're like, Sophia, I've been creating content, but like it's not working. It's not working. Can you help me? Yes, I can. DM me the word advice, and I'm open to helping 2 women today. That's all I got time for, but I will help 2 women today. DM me advice where you're feeling stuck, and I will help you. If you're listening to this on the podcast, and it's a little delayed, if I have the availability and you DM me advice, I will try. I try to do 2 a day, giving some advice to some women who need it. So if that's you and you're like, Sophia, I need some advice here. Go ahead. Drop the word advice in the DMs, and I'd love to help. Because I am on a mission. Like, I want to see women build multi-6-figure businesses and learn from me as I go on to build a $1 million business, then multi-million-dollar business. I want you to be along for this journey, and every time I learn something new, every time we optimize systems, every time I can create more revenue in my life, I want to share that with you. If you want to be up in it, you want to be learning, you need to subscribe to the podcast Social Equity if you're watching this on Instagram. If you're listening to the podcast, you need to go follow on Instagram and watch live at 12 p.m. on Wednesdays. So 12 p.m. Central Standard Time on Wednesdays. So you can actually ask me live questions. I can't wait. And if you're like, Sophia, I have been thinking about working with you for a long time, and now is my moment. Now is it. I'm done putting it off. I'm so glad. DM me PPB. I'm going to go ahead and get you the free training. I'm going to get you the profitable personal brand blueprint that helps you go from no brand to profitable personal brand in 6 months or less. And you'll be able to book a call with me or my team to learn about how we can help you build your own profitable personal brand. So if you're listening on the podcast, that link to get that free training that gives you access to that call with me and my team, that's in the show notes. And on Instagram, go to that free training. The link's in my bio, or DM me PPB, and we'll send it to you now so that you can get on that call to see how we can help you scale your service provider or coaching business. Now, as I always say, thank you for being here. Thank you for believing in yourself. Congratulations for believing in yourself. Congratulations for being different. Congratulations for taking action. Because everyone who's listening to this, you're not a trying girl. You're not trying to build a business. You're a doing girl. And I want to see you go out and do the thing. So I hope you took notes from this. I hope you implement it immediately. Don't sit on it. Implement it immediately. And go out there and get what you want.